Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's good to see you up there. And I'd just like to thank Representative Elliott for bringing this forward, Representative Candelaria, who together with myself brought it back a couple of years ago, same issue. And people seem to be forgetting that we're talking here about the amendment, which is precisely to study the issue. We're not actually voting on implementing anything during this discussion. However, I had to speak on this issue because it's an issue that's very dear to my heart. I represent the south end of the city of Hartford. I was a teacher for 35 years in the Hartford Public Schools, as was my wife, Sylvia. We've seen over 3 generations of inner city children being destroyed by this misguided war on drugs. Representative Porter spoke about the origins of this war on drugs during the Nixon administration. And let's take a look at what's happened. There's a lot of hypocrisy around this war on drugs. Have we been winning the war on drugs? Now, people talk about preventing children and people from becoming addicted. We know there is a certain portion of our population that is substance dependent. We know that for a fact. People that have addictive personalities will be addicted to something. There are people that, when deprived from alcohol, will drink cologne or perfume or anything they can get their hands on. Now, who is pushing the drugs and why are they pushing the drugs in our communities? Think about that for a minute. Who pushes the drugs? A person that wants to create a market, that's who pushes the drug. Legalizing marijuana would knock the floor out of the illegal market. Why is there an illegal market that's thriving in marijuana here in Connecticut? It exists. We're not taxing it, we're not regulating it, but it exists already. We're talking as if we were about to introduce it to the state. That's not the case. It's here and it's thriving. But who controls it? Criminal gangs control the market. And what did they use the profits for? They use the profits to buy guns. Bravo. They use the profits to control prostitution, loan sharking, to corrupt government officials, to corrupt law enforcement. That's what they use the profits for. And we allow that to happen with this war on drugs. We allow this to happen. We allow criminal enterprises to control this industry while we stand to the side, allowing it to happen, to destroy our young people. Addiction is a public health issue. It's not a criminal issue. There have always been people who are drug dependent or drug addicted. We should show compassion to those people, not incarcerate them. Now, the money to the state of Connecticut may be important, but that's not the primary reason why I support this bill. I support this bill because it's the first step in de-escalating this war on drugs. It's a first step in de-escalating a war on drugs that we're not winning. We're losing. Has anybody noticed that we're in the middle of a heroin and opioid epidemic? That people are dying? Are we blind to that fact? There are people that contacted me. When Representative Candelaria and I put the first bill a couple of years ago, people contacted me telling me about how they had lost loved ones to heroin. My question is, did all these harsh laws, all these long prison sentences, did they protect your relative? If you lost a loved one to an overdose, let me ask you this question. What did these harsh laws, what did these imprisonments, what did it do to protect your loved one? Well, obviously not enough. Obviously not enough. So let's not keep doing what we've been doing. Let's not be the ostrich that digs their head in the sand. Let's tackle this issue. Please support the amendment. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Vargas.